Something as prestigious as being a judge. You know what? I'll forego that to chase this dream.
And so for all of this, it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Hey everybody, Vince August here. It is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021, and it is just me solo today because I want to share my experience on a trip to Disney without having Jess harass me over how much I'm a Disney fanatic and having Ben and Michael Sirachi look at me like I'm some type of weird 50-year-old guy who shouldn't be at Disney where there's kids because I look the way I look. So let me get right into it in terms of perspective. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge Disney fan, a fan of Walt Disney and everything he's created, starting from the movies and how he made animated movies and shorts into feature films. Then he created animation and live action together, the theme parks, everything, all things Disney. I'm a huge fan of Walt Disney. In terms of the parks, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not grow up with Disney. I did not grow up going to Disney. The son of Italian immigrants. We didn't know from Mickey Mouse. It was Topolino is what you called them because that's what Mickey Mouse is in Italian, Topolino. Didn't go to parks with my parents. Didn't really get into the whole Disney thing until I was actually older. And then I started watching the movies and everything else. So not a Disney person. First time I went to the parks, 1999, and then got immediately addicted. Now, I also am a theme park person. I am a person that loves going to theme parks. I'm a person that loves rides. I love all of that stuff. Disney, to me, does it better in terms of the overall experience. Do I think Universal has better rides? Yes. Do I think Six Flags has better rides in terms of coasters and stuff like that? Yes. In terms of the overall experience, I just think there's a certain thing about Disney that just it's a notch above in terms of overall immersion into the whole Disney thing. Okay, so having said all that, and I'm working solo, so I'm going to be reading. So if you see my eyes drift, I'm going to be, seeing who's checking in and asking questions. And of course, if you have any questions, ask them on the StreamYard. Gretchen is already checking in. Hey, need a guy who appreciates Disney. Yeah, I'm a huge appreciation of all things Disney. That's me. Okay, so went to Orlando this past week. With regards to Florida, just in general, and the masking thing, I could tell you, being in New Jersey, where we're still wearing masks at least until Friday, there was a very weird thing happening in terms of people not wearing masks. It was the first time I was able to work out in a gym without wearing a mask. And everyone kind of looks at each other at first and is like, we're doing this, right? Are we doing this? You're taking, and then it's like this really slow, you're taking yours. All right, I'm going to take mine off too. It's kind of like this weird reaction. But no one is really pointing fingers at anyone saying, can you wear a mask? Can you not wear? No one talked to anybody. There was just that momentary thing of, if you're not going to wear yours, I won't wear mine, and we're good to go. At the parks, different story. When you are indoors at the parks, the cast members at Disney make a point of telling you, make sure your mask is on, cover your nose, cover your mouth. Obviously, they are taking safety precautions to the next level. We also got a chance to spend some time in local neighborhoods. Naomi, Bambi, my favorite. Yeah, we all have a favorite, but we're going to get into favorites. We're going to get into everything. So hang with me, Naomi, because we'll get into that part of it. We also went into Orlando, and we went into areas that were more residential. We went to Winter Park, Winter Garden. We went to Celebration, which I have to tell you, if you haven't been to Celebration, which is the name of a town in Orlando, which was originally set up for Disney, I guess, employees, CEOs, all the way down to regular workers. You go into this little area, this town, and it's a town, and it kind of feels like, I don't know if you remember that show, Desperate Housewives on ABC. You kind of get this feeling like you're almost on a movie set. Someone said to me, it's a little Stepford Wife-ish. Anyway, they're old Victorian homes. The streets are immaculate. They have this great lake where there's all little shops around the lake, pristine, clean, super expensive area. But there is this kind of weird vibe. I'm not going to lie. There's a weird vibe to it that you're like, there's something weird going on here. Are these real people or are they animatronics? I'm not sure. Whereas Winter Park, Winter Garden, you're in Orlando. You're in a town in Orlando. I would call them upscale towns. Very nice little center of town, which I love. Shops, restaurants, the whole bit. People there unmasked. Everyone's walking around really comfortable. So we did go into a couple of different places where people were not wearing masks. And again, everyone seems to be letting everyone else do their thing. The other thing in talking to locals, I didn't run into anyone that had anything bad to say about Governor DeSantis. They love this guy down there. I mean, they love Governor DeSantis. So, yeah, for what that's worth. And if you read up on Governor DeSantis, he's got an amazing background. You really got to read up on the guy. But they love their governor. Mayor, not so much. They're not a big fan of the mayor of Orlando, who seems to be kind of holding back. But Governor DeSantis overrode every mayor, every local ordinance. So that's what's going on. How many turkey legs did you eat? We're going to get into food, what's open, what's not open. Just Wisteria Lane, that was the name of the street from Desperate Housewives. So, yeah, it's that kind of feel and celebration. Okay, as to the park. So we get in Wednesday, immediately go to Disney Springs. We had a dinner reservation. Disney Springs, packed, mobbed. No one's wearing a mask outside. It's pretty full. In terms of social distancing or any of that, if you're freaked out by being caught up in a large group of people outdoors, and I'm going to say about 80% of people were not wearing masks. That's what Disney Springs is right now. Outdoor, unmasked, big crowds. And I was on a Wednesday night. In fact, we were just like, wow, Wednesday night, this place is this crowded. I mean, it looked like there was a machine just making people, spitting out people. We ate outdoor. And it was just, again, wall-to-wall people. We were at a STK, so there's that bridge over there where people go from one end of into Disney Springs into the other end of Disney Springs, and it was wall-to-wall. In terms of the restaurants, I guess because they were doing different things with seating, really hard to get a reservation anywhere there. Now, I don't know if all of the restaurants are doing separation with seating. There's what I would say a little bit more room between tables. It's certainly not what I've seen in Jersey. So it's more 3 feet distance than 6 feet distance, but they're pretty busy. When you go into the restaurant, again, you wear your mask as you walk to the table. Then you get to the table, you take your mask off, and you can do whatever you want. At least for those places in Disney Springs. Did not go to the parks until Sunday. And then when we got to the parks on Sunday, what we did was I got a hopper ticket. We immediately checked into Epcot. With regards to going to the parks, if you are going to the parks with the intention of doing all things Disney, I'm going to tell you right now, save your money. Don't go. I know. Huge Disney fan telling people don't go. You walk into Epcot and it's just barriers. There's walls when you first walk in. Everything in the front part of the park, with the exception of Test Track, is shut down. They are still building Guardians of the Galaxy to the left. I don't even think Mission Mars was operating. Everything to the right, I think the only thing that was running there was maybe the land. I don't even know if Soaring was going. And then there's, what was it, Finding Nemo. Other than that, that area is dead. So then what do? You walk over and you cross over into World Showcase. And I'm going to tell you this again, everything in World Showcase that we saw in terms of, if you're a merchandise person, it's clear to me Disney's holding back. They are absolutely holding back for 50th anniversary stuff. There is, with the exception of the stuff that says 2021, there's nothing new in terms of merchandise. Absolutely nothing new. The stores are pretty empty. When you go into each individual country, and we country hop, we went into Mexico, sparse. When you walk in, even they have the little cantina there where you get the obligatory first drink. There's a little wait. You go in, you can grab a drink, and then you can drink by the fountain indoors. You can't walk around and drink. It's grab and go. There's no seating tables. The Mexico restaurant is operating, but in terms of their merchandise, not a whole lot there. Then we went to the next country, which is Norway. Again, really sparse, man. There was nothing new, really nothing to see. Went into China, which was completely dead. I made a joke in China, and of course, if I did it here, someone would get offended and they would ban me. So you know what? You have to come see me live on Thursday to hear what the joke I made, which I thought was just really great. And the people around me that heard it first cringed and then laughed really hard. And I'm doing my first live show at Art of Spice in Hackensack this Thursday of improvisation. Really nothing to see there. We did eat at Teppan Idu in Japan, the hibachi place. Food was great. Again, the restaurant, when you first walk up, is empty. When you sit at the hibachi table, they do divide parties with the plastic divider. Other than that, it's pretty much normal dining at a hibachi table. Italy, their restaurant was closed at the time. I don't know why. That little bar, that wine bar, also closed. Their merchandise store was closed. A lot of the shops, we went to the America setup. They just had artwork. They didn't even have any merchandise. France, Ratatouille's not open. Chefs de France is open. The new crepery's not open. And this was par for the course. England did not have any of their shops open other than to buy, Twining tea, which you can get everywhere. Canada did not have shops open. Pretty much every country didn't have shops open. Now, the one thing that was going on, not Food and Wine, I'm sorry, the Outdoor Garden Expo. So with the Garden Expo, what you do get is you get the little kiosks that have food all over the place. So you can grab little bites, grab and go. Also, the other thing, when do you start performing in Hackensack? That's this Thursday. This Thursday, May 27th, I guess it is. It's 8:30. It's going to be 1 hour, 8:30 to 9:30. Just me on the stool with a microphone and a speaker and passing around a hat afterwards. You pay me what you think I deserve. Food, I'm sorry, the Garden Expo is going on. If you're into flowers, if you're into horticulture and all that stuff, really amazing stuff. Really is. It's very pretty. The layout, the setup is great. The other thing that they have right now also, between England and Canada, if you walk through, they have an indoor setup where there's food stations, tables, chairs where you can kind of hang out. There's a piano player that plays piano on the hour. Kind of cool to get out of the sun, and especially this week, I know there's oppressive Florida heat. In fact, we heard all warnings going on this week. So it's kind of like this indoor cool spot, very neon light type of thing. Grab some food, hang out indoors. Really vast, huge, so you don't have to worry about social distancing there. That was, a good idea for them to set up. Other than that, I got to tell you, Epcot was a disappointment. You got to really love just walking around Epcot. The other thing that they brought up, that a lot of people have been bringing up. So in the middle of the World Showcase, there's the water. They have what's going to be the fireworks and night show barges, and they're fixed. They're in place. And some people think they're an eyesore. Some people think, oh my God, look at these huge. I got to be honest with you, they didn't bother me that much. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to put fountains around them during the day, so there's going to be water shooting over them, so you don't really see them. It didn't offend me in any way. I know a lot of people are bothered by that. It didn't bother me at all. So we got to Epcot 11 o'clock. We grabbed something to eat, 2:30. Then we hop. Now, what they tell you what the hopper is, just so you know, you have to make a reservation in a park. So before you can get in any park, you buy the ticket. There's got to be a reservation available at a park. So you make your reservation, you reserve a park. So we reserved Epcot. Starting at 2 p.m., whichever park you reserve. So whatever your first park is, whether it's Magic Kingdom, if you want to get there earlier, Epcot opens at 11, or at least it did for us on Sunday. Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, whatever park you get your reservation, that's your first park. Starting at 2 o'clock, you can hop. Now, here's the rules with the hopping. What they tell you is you have to be able to get into the park because of capacity restrictions. I got to tell you, we didn't have any problem at all. We jumped in a car because there's nothing I could take you from Epcot to anywhere right now. The monorail is not working from Epcot to Magic Kingdom. So we jumped in a car. We drove over to the Animal Kingdom, parked, walked into the Animal Kingdom, no problem whatsoever. With regards to Animal Kingdom, Pandora is up and running. They just brought the Lion King show back. The Yeti ride, Expedition Everest, was up and running. That's pretty much it for the rides. I will tell you this, it was a Sunday. There was a lot of room to walk around. There was you didn't feel that crowd thing. So I will say, with regards to Epcot and Animal Kingdom, ton of room. You can get in and out of the park. You can get around the park rather easy. With regards to food and reservations there, pretty much everything's grab and go at Animal Kingdom. There's one place where you can eat back in the corner where Pandora is, and you have to have reservations for all these places. So if you're going to go there, you got to look at the reservations. Otherwise, you're grabbing and going. Animal Kingdom, we did the Gorilla Rainforest, or the Gorilla Falls, I should say. It was fine walking around, people there. Again, you're outdoor, no mask. It was what it was. We basically got through most of the Animal Kingdom. This is how sparse the crowd was. Got there maybe a little bit after. Actually, no, we got there about 4. By 7 o'clock, we got through the whole park. We didn't go on the rides because we didn't feel like waiting on a line and spending an hour just doing one thing, because we wanted to get over to the Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, probably my favorite park for the nostalgia, for the whole feel, because again, as a Disney fan, I got to tell you, once again, if you're going to the parks, if you want to take your kids to the parks to get the Disney feel, don't go right now. Save your money. You're going to be disappointed. You really are. Because when you walk in, The confectionery place to the right closed. With regards to the shop on the left, which is the left side of Main Street, you got to walk halfway up the block, and then you go in, and then you come back out where the firehouse is. There's no meet and greet with the characters. You're not going to meet any characters. They're up on the balcony of the train station. That's as much as you're going to see from them, at least from what we saw when we were there. There's no taking pictures with characters. Even when we were in Epcot, Alice was kind of like off in the distance, in the England Pavilion. There's no interaction with characters. There's none of that happening. Everyone's keeping at a distance. Magic Kingdom, it was easy to walk around. I will say that. There were no crowds. Ice cream shop closed. The only place to eat really is Crystal Palace. I don't even know if Beauty and the Beast, I don't even know if Belle's Castle, whatever it is, Be Our Guest was open. I'll be honest. We didn't see any reservations, and I certainly didn't see any people outside. Once you're in the park, we went to the back area. Again, a lot of the shops don't have anything. Where there's the Barnstormer ride, that whole big shopping area and that big circular tent closed. We did go through the haunted house. We did the haunted house ride. That first room you go in, the circular room where they do that whole intro thing. Is the room moving or are you going down? No, that ain't happening. Pirates of the Caribbean closed. What was the other thing? Then we did Little Mermaid just because, again, empty. You could walk right on the ride. There was almost no wait for Space Mountain, which is great. There was about a 40-minute wait for the Mine Train, which is insane. Normally, that's a 2-hour wait. So that's the good part about it. There was no wait for the Runaway Train, which is going to be shutting down soon. There was no wait for the Splash Mountain, which that's going to be actually shutting down. I'm sorry, the Runaway Train is not. The Splash Mountain thing is going to be shutting down because they're changing the whole theme because it was racist or whatever. So that's pretty much the rundown. I did not go to Hollywood Studios. We didn't do the whole Star Wars thing. We had done that. I was disappointed in how small that they did that territory, and that's a whole other thing. You have to sign up for the really fun ride. The Millennium Falcon ride, I think, is a disappointment. And I know it sounds like I'm trashing Disney, which me of all people trashing Disney. To me, what I'm saying is just wait until the 50th anniversary. From what we understood, and we talked to some cast members, come September, they're probably going to be more open. But even still, if they're more open and they're holding back merchandise for October 1st for the official 50th anniversary, because October 1st, 2021 is the start of the 50th anniversary, you might as well wait. They're going to be doing it for 16 months. It's not going to be just 1 year. So they want to get everyone, some more time to get there and experience the whole 50th anniversary. I did put up a picture on my Facebook page of what Cinderella's castle looks like. So they do have some of the ribbons and some of the iridescent colors, so you can see what that looks like. They painted the castle pink. So the part that used to be kind of like that sky pale blue is now pink to kind of, accentuate it a little bit. I think it looks great. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to do. Save your money. And I own Disney stock, and I'm telling you to save your money. I should be telling you to spend. But there's really nothing to get. There's no merchandise. There's nothing to get. So that is my 20-minute Disney update with regards to the parks, with regards to my advice on whether to go, whether to not go, especially in the summer. Look, if your state is opening up and everyone's going to be unmasked, look, New Jersey is one of the most restricted states, and Governor Murphy's finally, taking away the mask mandate starting this Friday. Save your money on a Disney trip. Save that money. Use it for when there's actual merchandise to buy. Don't waste your money on a park ticket. Even if you're going to go. Look, if you're a Florida resident, somehow you're watching this. If you're going to go one day, get a park hopper. We did 3 parks in one day. Got around quick. If we wanted to get on rides, I would have said we would have probably had to have gotten there maybe 9 o'clock, pick your park, go to the first park at 9 o'clock, start hopping on rides, and then you can easily park hop 3 parks. Easily doable. But my recommendation is save your money. So that's my Disney critique review based on the parks and going there now. With regards to some of the comments, and please leave your comments. The other thing, make sure that you like, subscribe, share. Again, we gave everyone the night off because I'm doing this myself. There's the thing, George Vinny, subscribe, like, share. Let me know if you're watching this live or on replay, and feel free to fire away some questions at me if you have any questions with regards to anything going. No monorail right, not easy to hop. Anita, good question. So the monorail right now is going it's going around the hotels. So there's the Contemporary, Magic Kingdom, and it's funny, it doesn't stop at the Polynesian because the Polynesian is undergoing construction. So really the monorail stops, it picks you up at the ticket center, takes you to the Contemporary, Magic Kingdom, swings you right back to the ticket center. So that's the only monorail going right now. There was no monorail that I saw taking people from Epcot to Magic Kingdom. With regards to the gondolas, so they have the overhead gondolas that are going around. From what I understand, they could take you from the properties to Hollywood Studios. Now, here's another thing with regards to the property. So, for example, if you want to go visit Disney Boardwalk, you got to have a dining reservation at one of the restaurants at Disney Boardwalk. Otherwise, they don't let you in. Can't get in. I think it's pretty much the same way at all of the other properties. We did have dinner at California Grill. We were able to snag a reservation. I like eating there. I know it's pricey. It's probably way overpriced, but everything at Disney is way overpriced. You're getting the view of the parks. Still no fireworks. I don't think they're bringing back fireworks until September, October. They're probably going to have them back for the 50th. I mean, I would be insane if they did it. So I'm assuming you can expect fireworks October 1st. Here's the other thing. I was talking to a cast member. When are they going to start the outdoor runs? If outdoor is unmasked, when are they going to start the runs? That seems to be based upon capacity too. So they're assuming 2022, they're going to start doing runs. So if you are like me and you like doing the outdoor runs, I love doing the Disney runs, the 5K, 10K, half marathon. I've done them. They're fun. It's flat. Yeah, it's hot, but you know, if you're a runner and you're into that, running through theme parks for me is a blast. They could be coming back 2022. So that's that answer with regards to the monorail. With regards to the gondolas, yeah, you pretty much have to drive park to park. So, and we don't mind because, you know, I drive, I get a car there. That's pretty much what's happening there. But not there's really a lot missing in terms of cotton candy, pretzel vendors, ice cream vendor. Like, you know, normally you see people just stuffing their face at Disney, doing that Disney thing, you know, grabbing stuff here and there. None of it. Even like you normally see the balloon guy on Main Street, USA. There's something missing. You could feel it's a really watered down version. And if you've never been there and you're thinking to go, I really wouldn't waste the money. I got to be honest. If you love the parks, look, if you want to go there just because you love jumping on and off the rides, well, now's the time to go because you can jump on and off the rides pretty easy. But to me, for rides, I got to tell you, I think Universal's got better rides. I got SeaWorld, which I would never go to because of the whole fish, whale thing and mammals and cruelty. They've got better rides. So, you know, yeah, Six Flags, much better rides. So if you're a Jersey person, stay in Jersey, go to Six Flags, assuming that's a thing. Let's say, Anita, stayed at the boardwalk 3 years ago. Easy to walk to Epcot. They were testing the gondolas. Yeah, so if you're at one of the properties where you could walk over, that's fine. You could still do that. But if you're not on property, they're not going to let you go. You can't get on. So if you can go from property to property, you could probably hop around the properties that way. But other than that, they weren't letting us in. I could tell you that from experience. So if you have questions, fire them off at me. I think I pretty much gave that a summary. I'm going to go through some of the questions. Hey, need a guy who appreciates Disney. Bambi, my favorite. All right, you want to get into the favorites? I'm going to tell you this. Okay. With regards to favorite cartoons, I think Wall-E was amazing. hands down one of my favorites. Beauty and the Beast cartoon, believe it or not, was probably the first cartoon that started getting me into Disney. I thought that was just an amazing movie for a cartoon. Then as I started catching up with all the other cartoons, it's funny how, Walt Disney is you could tell he's a creative person, because he made Snow White and saw it at the premiere and never watched it again, because his immediate reaction was, oh my God, I could do this so much better. But yeah, I'm a fan of pretty much, look, Cinderella, oh God, Mary Poppins. Now, we're going to get into some of the remakes. I have to tell you, with regards to the Cinderella live action, I guess you'll call it, with regular people, I think they did a great job. I think the Cinderella, when they came out and went with, real actors, amazing. Well done. I'm going to be honest. I thought Aladdin with Will Smith was terrible. I thought Beauty and the Beast was awful. I did not like the live acting. And I was super disappointed, considering everything that you could do with technology, with the Beast. I look like one of those filters that you would use on an Instagram or Snapchat. I'm like, really? That's as good as you could do with the Beast? I thought the Beast on Broadway looked better. I got to be honest. Now Mulan, I thought was great. I thought that their new version, when they took the cartoon version and made it live action, I thought that they did a phenomenal job on that. I'm both. I go back and forth with the live actions. I like some of them, don't like others. So there's my review of the live actions. As a Star Wars fan, I will say this: Disney has pretty much Disney destroyed Star Wars with the new trilogy, with the Force Awakens, and the return of the whatever. I don't even know what they were called. I'm blocking them out, like I blocked out season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones. I have to be honest. The Rise of Skywalker, whatever. Awful movies. You would think someone would come up with a roadmap for the three. No, instead, let's let J.J. Abrams direct one, then let Ryan Johnson direct another one and not talk to the guy from the before, and then let J.J. Abrams come in and redirect and fix. Awful shit show. But Mandalorian saved Star Wars. Jon Favreau and, oh my God, I can't think of his name, but all the Star Wars geeks out there, you know I'm talking about, the director, saved the franchise. He also did Rogue One. Dave something, I can't think of his name. Saved Rogue One was, I thought, a great job to kind of fit a peg, in a perfect whittled hole. I thought they did a great job. The Star Wars trilogy, the last trilogy, was terrible. They fired Dan and Dave from Game of Thrones, that they were going to try to do a new trilogy. Thank God. I think Kathleen Kennedy kind of destroyed the Star Wars franchise. I think they could save it with The Mandalorian and some of these other series that could be coming out on Disney Plus. We'll see. But that's my 2 cents on Star Wars. With regards to what else do we have in terms of movies and stuff coming out? I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a fan of redoing movies. They already did 101 Dalmatians. You did a cartoon version. You also did a live action. To do a new one again with Emma Stone, I don't know about you. I'm not excited about it. It's like, whatever. And, the fact that you could stream it or you could see it in the theater, again, I'm not getting super excited. I'll wait. I waited to see Mulan. I didn't pay the extra $30. I didn't think it was necessary. So, that's how I feel about it. I don't know how you guys feel about the Disney movies, but let me know your favorite Disney movies. Naomi chimed in with Bambi. Yeah, Bambi. Well, the thing about Bambi starts kind of the sequence in Disney movies that, by the way, a parent dies. Yeah, a parent is going to die and there's going to be an orphan. And pretty much every movie that you see from now on, find it. Look, when it comes to Finding Nemo, what I tell people, if you don't see the genius in some of this stuff, I mean, to me, the seagulls going, mine, 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 I'm sorry. That to me is just incredible comedic writing. That is brilliant stuff. And even when you see like Dory, I don't know. I look at Dory and I see Ellen. I hear her voice and I can actually see her face. They made the fish somehow look like Ellen. Yeah, again, I love the Disney stuff. I think it's great. I know some people don't like Walt Disney. He's racist. He's this. He's whatever. I know everyone's a terrible person now. We hate everybody. So those are my thoughts on Disney, my trip to Disney. Again, if you have questions, ask them. I will answer them after I stop the live broadcast. By the way, with regards to shows coming up, if you are in the New Jersey area, I'm going to be starting a weekly show at a place in Hackensack, New Jersey, my hometown, called Art of Spice. They're actually going to be changing the name and the menu as well. These are wonderful people that were hard hit by the pandemic, and we kind of got together and we wanted to figure out a way to kind of, make my comedy available, so I can go up there and riff for an hour and find stuff and work on stuff that I normally would be running around the city trying to do. So I'm basically going to sit on a stool for an hour and work out stuff. It's not going to be a polished set. It's going to be me at the gym, so to speak. This is, me working out. So if you want to come down and do that, and we could treat it like this too. You can ask me questions. We could go back and forth, find some comedy. That's going to start this Thursday, May 27th, 8:30, Art of Spice, 1 hour. And again, no cover charge. Please patron the place. Order some food. The food is, I'm telling you, one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten at in my life. So they're going to have small bites and stuff you can have there. And then at the end, in terms of my pay, we're going to pass around a hat. I have the hat. Wait until you see the hat. And I understand they're almost packed for this Wednesday in terms of reservations. So make a reservation. I have the stuff on my Facebook page if you want to look for it. I also put it up on Instagram. Have some more live shows coming up next week. In fact, doing 4 shows in 5 days. I can't wait to do that. As a performer, oh man, it's going to be so much fun. In fact, I'm making my first appearance at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. I'm going to be doing a show. John Bramnick is going to be opening for me. John Bramnick is an attorney who's also the minority leader for the Republicans in the House in New Jersey. Then at the end, what we're going to do is we're going to do a version of Night Court. We're going to ask people if they have disputes in their relationship with anyone there, with family members that they want us to work out. And we're going to turn it into kind of a court session and try to do a night court thing. So that's going to be fun. That's on Sunday, whatever that Sunday is, June 5th or 6th, whatever that Sunday is, down at the Stress Factory in New Jersey. And I'm also going to be in Hopewell Junction, New York on that Saturday. So we got a lot of shows coming up. And then again, the stuff at Art of Spice. So that's what we have. I'm looking for questions. You guys aren't asking me questions. Let's see what we have in terms of comments. We got that. How many turkey legs did you eat again? No turkey legs, dude. I'm eating clean. The only thing I was going to do is it was going to be ice cream, but the ice cream shop right next in front of Magic Kingdom is closed. Yeah, speak to my parents. Jess, that must be a question with regards to something about Florida. Avis, when do you start performing in Hackensack? We did a Flower and Garden Festival, is my favorite Disney event. Really great event. I have to tell you, I've done a lot of the stuff at Disney. I've done the Christmas. I've done the New Year. I did the Halloween, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, the trick-or-treating. We did the Food and Wine Festival, and I've done the Garden Festival. All fun. Haven't been there for Easter. Don't know what their Easter thing is. Try to avoid it for the summer. I can't think of wanting to go there on 4th of July in Orlando. My God, probably you burn, your feet melt right on Main Street, USA. We did the no monorail. Kate Conlon, always checking in. Love Kate. She's my neighbor from town. Anita, of course, watching live. Stayed at the board. We did that one. Anita, nice suntan. All right. So here's the thing. I am as pale as can be. Burn. Turn into a Red Lobster. I mean, I go straight to red. Sunday, start off, baseball cap. I'm like, you know what? It's been nice in Florida. It's been very unseasonably cool last week with the breeze. It was great. I'm like, I think we're going to be okay. 3rd-degree burns on my neck, a little pink on the arms. Face had the cap on, covered myself, was okay. Didn't get brutally burned on the legs, though. So we were moving around enough where the sun wasn't just sitting on the back of our legs, where you get that weird red racing stripe down your hamstring and calves. So didn't do that. But that's why the Animal Kingdom is great during the summer. A lot of tree cover. So if you're going to go to a park on a super hot, sunny day, I recommend Animal Kingdom. Epcot, nowhere to hide, man. World Showcase, whew, you are going to burn. Same thing with Magic Kingdom. Not a lot of places to hide. Hollywood Studios, nowhere to hide. Animal Kingdom is the spot on a blazing hot day. So that's my 2 cents with regards to that. Looking for more questions. We actually had a bunch of people watching this thing live. Thank you so much for that. Again, like, subscribe, share. We are going to be doing live shows. I'm going to, of course, have Michael, Ben, and Jess back. We're kind of rebranding, as you can see. I have the sword thing over here. We're going to change maybe from Judge Vinny to something else. Also, I want to do shorter segments. One of the complaints we get is, live is too long. I can't watch for 40 minutes. I get bored, Vin. Sorry, I get bored with everything for 40 minutes or an hour. Can you do shorter clips? So we might be doing shorter clips and releasing short clips, which I know really upsets Jess Savino, who messaged me and was like, keep the long form live on Tuesday. Otherwise, you suck and I hate you. So that's Jess Savino. So guys, give me your feedback and let me know what you want. Do you want the live? Do you not want the live? Would you rather see shorter segments? Do you like the long ones? Or say, Vin, give us some of both? Whatever. I'm here to work with you to make this work out. We want to grow this channel. Again, subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. There's algorithm stuff and things get banned because I make free speech stuff and I say things and, right away everyone hates me. It's amazing. If you said some of the things that I've said on my video, now you could say them and you don't get flagged. Whereas 6 months ago when I was saying the thing that everyone is doing now, I was the bad guy. Anyway, whatever. So that's the story. No questions. Let's log this thing out. It's been 42 minutes. That is my Disney review. If you have questions, send them to me. I'll answer them in the thread on a repeat. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And I hope to see all of you at the live shows. No reason not to come out. All right, everyone, thank you again. If my eyes were all over the place, again, I didn't have Jess Miller here to help me out. So it's me doing all of the producing, directing, and everything. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Vince August.